I've got 5 children under 30 and they all have their smartphones in their hands all day long. But if daddy needs one of them urgently, because I've got some kind of complicated question and I call them, no way they pick up the phone. They mostly send me a message back, yes daddy, what's up? And then I have to reply, I've got a question for you. What is your question, daddy? Well, pick up your phone. I want to discuss about something. Now this might seem funny, and sometimes it is, but at the same time this phenomenon illustrates what I consider to be the major communication problem in organizations today. That is that people have a truckload of communication tools to choose from whenever they want to get their message across, whenever they want to ask a question to somebody, and everybody chooses the specific communication tool according to their personal preferences. Some people prefer to chat, they chat all day long, they interrupt you no matter what you are doing, it's quite intrusive. Other people call you, other people post things in Teams, other people will send you emails, other people will organize meetings for no matter what. And the big problem is that you should not communicate or choose the right communication tool according to your personal preferences, but you should do this based upon 2 criteria. Number 1, how urgent is my message? And then number 2, how complicated is it? And in order to help you and your colleagues, by the way, I suggest you to share this video if you like these basic principles. In order to choose the right communication tool, I developed what I call the communication matrix. If you have a question that is not too complicated and you do not need an answer right away, then you need to choose what I call an asynchronous communication tool. An asynchronous communication tool like email, or you can post something in a channel in Teams. By the way, again, this is something some people do not understand. There are still people that send you an email with a question, and if you do not reply within, let's say, 15 or 30 minutes, they pick up the phone anyway and they ask you, didn't you receive my message? I am still waiting for an answer. Then you have to tell those people, sorry, you choose the asynchronous communication tool. I mean, you should never ever use email when it's urgent. On the other hand, sometimes you have very simple questions, but that are quite urgent, that need to be answered quite rapidly. And then you need a synchronous communication tool like chat. Again, here some people, and especially the younger generation, tends to abuse chat. Why? Because it's so easy. It's so easy to use. And whenever you have a question that is non-urgent, then it is quite intrusive if you use chat for that. You will interrupt your colleagues all day long. They won't be able to concentrate on their important work any longer if you use it for these kind of non-urgent messages. So chat should only be used if it is quite urgent. If somebody stalks you, sends you chat messages all day long, if you can instantly see they are not urgent, you can reply, can you please send me an email about this? I think that can be a good idea. This is, by the way, called customer education. Don't ever do it with your external customers, but internally, sometimes you have to show people the way. Number 3, if you receive a more complicated question, let's say in an email, don't start playing ping pong in your inbox. Then you need the third solution, which is some kind of meeting. Look for a moment that both parties or the different parties engaged are available. When I receive a very complicated question, in an email, I just send the email back and I give my availabilities, or I ask that person, when can I call you about this, or when can we organize a Teams meeting or even a face-to-face meeting. Sometimes people tend to organize meetings for things that are not complicated enough. So if you fear that you are invited to such a meeting, ask the person who sent the invitation to you, can you please provide me with all your questions? And if he or she does so and you see that you can answer to them right away, you should not organize a meeting, try to avoid a meeting. That means that it is not complicated enough for a meeting. And then solution number 4, sometimes you receive urgent things that are quite complicated, and then the only good solution is a synchronous tool like your smartphone, for example, or you can call somebody directly online. Then people have to pick up the phone. Otherwise, these kind of communications will migrate to other parts of the communication matrix, and then the end result is complete chaos. Complete chaos, situations in which people have to check every communication tool in order to understand, to know what is going on in their organization. Now, I think if you apply these basic principles, then it will solve a lot of problems in your organization. But one problem remains: everybody should do the same thing. So I invite you to share this video with all your colleagues. Try to convince them that this is absolutely necessary if they want to work effectively, and you will instantly see the results. Good luck and see you later.